Hey y'all, so I'm gonna get into this in a minute. Those of you that may see this, give me 1 second. All right, there we go. So, all right, y'all. So, my bad. All right. So, welcome. As you can see, I'm live. There will be no daily vlog today. Okay. I'm also gonna put for the next couple of days, there will be live streams at 12 a.m. in replace of the daily vlogs because there is something I want to talk to y'all about each day, okay? So, as y'all know, as y'all see the title, I done wrote some stuff down so I don't forget nothing, okay? And a lot of this stuff you're going to see in the upcoming vlogs. That's why I have decided to talk to y'all a little bit on live stream because I don't want to disrupt the vlogs how I have them. But I also don't want people to be, kind of confused. Some of you have left comments asking this. Some of you have emailed me asking this. And so I think it's just better for the next couple days at 12 a.m. so I can still give y'all a upload, or whether it's live or a daily vlog. We talk about some of this stuff that's going on. All right. So, Gail Jones, hey. So, know your powder. So, the last couple of vlogs you have saw me talk about dehydrating. I'm back dehydrating. All right. This is going to be kind of like a reference live stream. Hopefully to answer a lot of y'all questions. So, dehydrating. Why do I dehydrate? It's convenient. It's healthy. You get to leave a lot of your nutrients in the food. And again, it's convenient, okay? So for those of you that do not know anything about dehydrating, I'm just going to go through a couple things. What can you dehydrate? Anything pretty much. You can dehydrate onions, garlic, mint, cilantro, sweet potatoes, put regular potatoes, tomatoes. You can dehydrate canned food, okay? I have done it before. Any canned vegetables, any canned soups, not even just canned stuff that you make, spaghetti, most of your dinners, you can dehydrate it, okay? And you can turn it around. Well, you can rehydrate it and have a whole meal out of it. It's no difference from when we buy the dried fruit, food and stuff that they charge you so much for. You can do it at home. In an emergency situation, you can go and get that stuff and, turn it into whatever you want. So just say, for instance, you cut up some tomatoes and put them on a dehydrator. Dry them out all the way. Get a blender or a herb grinder. You can use a coffee grinder. Anything that will grind stuff. And you can grind those dried tomatoes into a powder. Okay, what can I do with that powder? You can make tomato soup. You can make tomato sauce. You can take a few teaspoons of that powder and put it in a soup. Whatever you want. You can take a few teaspoons of the powder, tablespoon, however much you need. You can add a little bit of water to it and make it into a tomato paste. It's so much that you can do, but in an emergency situation, you can resort to that and have a lot of, vitamins and all that good stuff. Also, you can jar. How you keep it, you can jar your powders. You can vacuum seal them. I have done both. For Emergencies, I have vacuum sealed a lot, okay? And I have showed y'all some of the things that I have vacuum sealed and used for years and years and years. So you will see me doing a lot of dehydrated, okay? A lot of dehydrated. I have to go, it's after midnight. Those okras has been drying for well over 24 hours because I want to make sure they are dry completely before I put them in something. As we speak, they are still on. I am going to be turning them off once I get through with this live stream. Okay, I make sure my stuff is dried very well. Okay, but so let's just say this. Say you dry some potatoes. Do you have to turn it into a powder? No. No. You can crumble those potatoes up, and if you cut them into cubes or whatever the case may be and dry them, you can drop them into soups. You can add a little bit of water and rehydrate them. Now, for some stuff, do the taste go away? For some stuff. Not everything, but for some stuff. But I mean, who cares? I mean, it's still very nutritional, and you don't have to worry about the whole process of canning and all that type of stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, canning is good. I love canning, okay? But if you're looking for something that's a little bit more easier, a little bit more simple, you don't have to too much worry about botulism and all that type of stuff when you drying stuff. Even though mold and stuff can happen if you don't dry it well, it's just a more easier, effective way to store food, okay? Where can you get a dehydrator from? I started off dehydrating stuff, like, wow. Maybe, let me see, Oronde was still in the Marine Corps when I started dehydrating stuff. And when I started back canning. So we're talking about 2010 maybe is when I really got into dehydrating. So I used to, I'm gonna turn y'all around like right here. I used to dehydrate a whole lot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to look up, okay, I'm gonna go to walmart.com. I may have it already pulled up here. I'm gonna go to walmart.com, and everybody got a Walmart, right? Pretty much you got a Walmart. Make sure I'm not, and I am. Let me sign out because I want to have my personal stuff up there. Okay, so I'm on Walmart. Okay, so what I'm about to do is I'm gonna type in food dehydrators, and we're gonna look at some of the dehydrators that they have. Now, mind you, I started off with a $40 dehydrator. Okay, worked fine. Okay, right here they have, let me just make sure I hit in store. I think I did, because some are eligible for shipping. All right, so let's see, like this one right here. I'll get y'all a little closer so you can see. This one right here is a Nesco. Okay, a Nesco food dehydrator. It's a 5 tray. It's clear rectangular dehydrator with digital timer. This one right here is $49.73. Okay, that's a nice one to start out. That is a nice one to start out if you just want to get your hands into it or whatnot. Let's see what this one have. See if they got the fruit leather trays or whatnot. Let's see, bottom of fan, heated, additional blah blah blah, timer, 5 trays. Okay, this one, let's see, full review. This one don't seem like it comes with the trays, but that's all right. If you're starting out with the fruit leather trays or whatnot, if it don't have it, I already showed y'all in one of the vlogs that you could just put wax paper on there. It ain't no biggie if it don't come with those. You probably be able to order it from Nesco, the company itself. The fruit leather trays, if you just want to have it, or the little sheets that has the little small holes in it or whatnot. I forget what they call those, but if you just need to have that, then you can try that. But $49.73 is a good price. These are all for shipping. So something else that they say they have that may be in your area is a Nesco 8 tray premium stainless steel digital dehydrator with glass window. Now this one put me in the mind of, oh, I forget the name of those dehydrators. um Dang, what was the name of them? But they square just like this, and this one kind of puts in the mind of those. But it's an 8 tray for $138, and I understand that may be steep for some people. So definitely start low to see how you like it. But in this one they have strawberries and all type of berries and stuff, and they look like a meat. Yeah, that's meat that they have. Let's see what's going to do. This one comes with I don't see where this one comes with the trays. Let's see. For $138 though, you would think it would. Metal racks and plastic drip tray. Okay, yeah, this one comes with a plastic drip tray with also functions as a fruit roll-up tray, a fruit roll tray. So yeah, that one comes with trays or whatnot. And I do like that this looks like it's metal. It's a stain, yeah, metal racks. That is nice right there. Oh, there goes the little thing, little tray with the holes in it, but it say it also can be used as a fruit roll tray. The fruit roll tray wouldn't have no holes in it, but maybe they got one for that one, okay? Or else the liquids will go straight through it. But yeah, and so if you wanted to get something shipped to you, right here is I don't know what brand it is, TN Tents or something like that. It's a 9 tray, but it have to be shipped. It said arrives tomorrow, but it's $46.39, and it's that brand, and it's 9 trays. So you have to just look and see what you want to spend, what is best. Right here they have a $27.39 one. It's available for shipping. It's that same brand, TN Tents or something like that. It's a 6 tray. Okay, so definitely start off small to see until if you like dehydrating or whatnot. But definitely, if you think about the different types of powders you can do, and you can add powders to almost anything. Okay, so let me show you over here. Turn around, let me try to find it first. There's see, what's the name of it? I went to it last night. That was a site I'm not completely familiar with it, because I have not bought anything from it, but I'm gonna show y'all. This is definitely not it. That might be this one. Yep, I think it's this one. I'm gonna show y'all. Because I plan on having all type of powders. Yep, here we go. Now this site right here, I've never bought anything from this site, but I did see it when I was looking up something last night. And this just show you all the different things that you can do. For those of you that don't know anything about dehydrate, you can do broccoli, garlic, flax seeds, kosher. This ain't non-GMO, organic. Okay. Whatever this matcha is, hemp, whatever that is, some greens, fruit, berries, you name it, you can do it. You can dehydrate it. Right here under the dried fruit, they got all types of things: dragon fruit, elderberries, figs, goji, cranberry, cherries, blueberries, bananas, apricots, apples. My kids love when I make dehydrated bananas. They love banana chips, homemade banana chips. They are sweeter than the ones you buy at the store. Mango, sun-dried tomatoes, strawberries, prunes, yakin slices, yakin raisins, all that. You can do all type of different things. Let's see what else you can. They have seeds and stuff, but to me seeds and stuff is already dry or whatnot. This is all on the powders. Let's see. I'm gonna click on broccoli. They have organic broccoli sprout powder, organic broccoli powder, and then they just have a regular broccoli powder. Okay, so just think about if you make, and then this is something else I have to look at. I told y'all Kylie is gonna be getting her braces very soon. So when she do that for the next 2 years, she won't be able to eat stuff that's very, very hard, or either things that is able that she will have to pull. When we did everything to set everything up, they were saying even if like granola and stuff, she could break it and set it in the back and chew. But we're not gonna chance that, okay? Because she pulls one of those brackets out, she have to put wax on those braces until we can get her to the dentist the next business day. So we ain't even gonna chance it. Also, with us having stomach issues like GERD or whatnot, me with no gallbladder, these things it's easier when it's powder to digest stuff. So those of you that's said y'all don't have a gallbladder, you understand where I'm coming from now. Those of you that has GERD, which is a severe form of acid reflux, or just acid reflux, or whatever the case may be, this is an easy way to incorporate stuff by dehydrating it, and especially turning it into a powder. Because think about it, in one of the vlogs I did the yogurt, and if you watched that vlog, I told you I was gonna let you know if Oronde liked it, the yogurt, because he don't eat it, and he loved it. He ate every bit of it. Okay, the yogurt bowl that I fixed in there, we had the granola. Well, the granola, my only problem was that particular one was very hard. Well, I'm gonna grind it down into a powder. That is easy to put over yogurt. Okay, so just think about a nice bowl of yogurt with, you got you some dried bananas, whether you got them from the store or whatever, as long as they are dry, you grind it down in a powder, and you kind of sprinkle a little bit of banana powder over it, a little bit of granola powder over it, and oh my goodness. Now, I'm pretty sure if you get into turning things into powder, there's measurements. Just say, like, if you turn, because everything you don't have to turn into a powder, you can just dehydrate it. You can turn it into flakes. The most you grind it is what's going to determine if you have powder or flakes. Okay, you determine that. But just think about it. If you have like a big batch of bananas and you turn it into a powder, you're gonna have to look up and see how many teaspoons of banana powder equals one banana. You get what I'm saying? So those are the only things you will have to have your measurements written out for, different things that you turn into a powder, so you're not overdoing it. Okay, something else I want to talk to you about. I grow my own. Season has been crazy. Okay, it's been crazy for the all right, but we're coming into the time to start our fall garden, all right, which should be a lot better. Okay, so I can grow my herbs and stuff and dehydrate my own stuff. That'll save me a lot of money. But for those of you that cannot grow your own food, you live in apartments or whatnot, you do not want to grow indoors, you just don't have a garden, you can still get a dehydrator. Something is better than nothing. Because when you go to your local farmers market, or you may have a store like we have Piggly Wiggly in Richlands, which is about 20 minutes away from Piggly Wiggly. Well, a lot of the produce is locally local farmers, okay? And a lot of that stuff be good. They put sales on stuff that they didn't have for a while. Why not, when you find, let's see, what when you find onions, a big bag of onions or something on sale for $1, let's say $2 for a 5-pound bag. That's a good sale. And that depends on, whether you shop at Kroger or wherever you shop and get your produce. You can get that stuff when it's very, very cheap. Bring it home and you can dehydrate it. Dehydrating food helps in an emergency situation, because just think about it. If you got all canned food, you open a jar or something, 9 times out of 10 you need to use that or put it in the refrigerator. If you have a lot of onions or something and you freeze stuff, like I love to freeze. But if the power go out and it's out for a couple days, weeks or something like that, eventually the stuff that I got frozen is going to go bad. All right? So what can I do? If I have dehydrated food, I don't have to worry about that at all. It's dry. I don't have to worry about putting nothing in the refrigerator when I open the bag. I don't have to worry about nothing defrosting, none of that stuff. So that is why I love dehydrating. Go to some of the stores, some of your local markets or whatever, when the stuff is cheap. They always have peppers and stuff on sale here when the stuff is cheap. Listen, go ahead and get your dehydrators. I don't know what it is. I don't know if this happened with other people, but I do know on my channel, when I tell y'all to go get something like this, it seems like in the next week or two, all of a sudden the prices go up. The prices go up on that item. I don't know if a lot of y'all just go and buy it, and the companies is knowing that they see like an increase in the sales, and then they try to get more money. I don't know. But listen to me carefully. The holidays is around the corner. The Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that. What goes on sale? Bell peppers, onions, celery. All that stuff be cheap. People finna make their dressing and all that. That's coming. That's coming. When that stuff go on sale and it's dirt cheap, that's when you should be getting it, cutting it up, and drying it. Okay? Once you dry it, like I said, you don't have to turn it into a powder. It can be in cubes. It can be in strips. It can be in flakes. It can be in whatever you decide to do. You don't have to worry about refrigeration at all. That is why I love dehydrating so much. These companies is charging an arm and a leg for you to have dehydrated anything. It's easy to do it right at home, at your own pace. You still know what process it went through. It's not through a commercial process or nothing. Does it take time? Yes. And I already know somebody gonna tell me something about a freeze dryer. That's not in my budget. Could I go and get one? Yes. Will I spend the money for one? No. It's not in a budget that I want to spend right now. I have 2 dehydrators that are just fine. I have went through about 3 dehydrators in my life. So the 2 that I got is just fine. That tells you how much stuff I was dehydrating. You can experiment. You can have fun with it. Whatever the case may be. Think about it. Just say in an emergency situation, you make soup or something. I'm gonna say chili. You make chili, okay? Out on the grill or whatever the case may be. Or you open a can of chili and there is no power. And you can't refrigerate it, nor can you eat all of it. Okay? If you have a solar generator, So that's what we're going to bank on. At least you have a solar generator that can run a dehydrator. All right? You can dehydrate that chili. Once it gets very, very hard and crispy, you can put it in a Ziploc bag or something. When you want to rehydrate it, you put it in a bowl with a little bit of hot water and you cover it. The chili will come back to the form it was in the can. That goes for anything you dehydrate. It's all about adding it to a liquid. And it will rehydrate. Do some things lose its texture? Heck yeah. Some things lose its texture when you can it. I have canned a lot of stuff in my life. Some things you lose its texture when you freeze it. I've frozen a lot of things in my life. So they ask me, it's still a win-win situation. It just is what it is. But it's going to allow you to know more of what you have. It's going to allow you to take, because just because I grow my own food, do you think I'm not going to get, I'm very picky on where I get my produce if I buy produce. Do you actually think I'm not going to take advantage of some of them $3-4 green peppers, bell peppers, or them $2 5-pound bags of onions? Do you think I'm not going to take? Heck yeah. I need all the food storage I can get. Green onions, 69 cents a bunch. Yes, I'm going to get it because sometimes mainly they're like 99 cents a bunch. 69 cents a bunch. I don't care how much food I'm growing. More the merry. The more the merry. So yes, I will get those things and dehydrate them. Simple as that. You know? So you have to know what level of preparedness you're on. Okay? I recommend everybody get them a dehydrator. Especially while you can get a $40 to $50 one. Okay? I recommend you get a dehydrator. You don't have to. You can take what I'm saying, as they say, like a grain, like a grain of salt, with a grain of salt, whatever it is. You don't have to do it, but I recommend everybody get a dehydrator. Don't let nobody say, "Oh, well, if you ain't got no freeze dryer, you just wasting your time." Dehydrators take a little longer, but they are fine. They are fine. Freeze dryers, they are quicker, but they cost a lot. Okay, so learn what things you do. Like for instance, onions, they'll dry better if you blanch them. Okay, do I blanch them? I have blanched them and then put them on the dehydrator. Do I need to blanch them? No, I don't. One of my favorite things to dehydrate that I have not dehydrated in a while, but y'all will see for a long time because I'm getting back into it. But my thing is, I like to learn stuff that's going to benefit me in the long run. So when I go back to it, I already know everything about it. So that's what I did. I spent my younger time learning things I did not know. Growing up, you learn canning, okay? But dehydrating was something I got into, you know, on my own. So I did everything I needed to do to learn how to do it. Educate myself in how to do it. Now we're in 2025 and I don't have to educate myself. I already know. So that's why I can tell you it is very important, whether you believe it or not, to have you something or have a skill, because some people can dehydrate in the oven or whatever the case may be. I prefer a dehydrator, okay? You will see that it will come in handy. I'm telling you, it will come in handy. The amount of stuff that you can jar up, dried, you will be amazed. You will literally be amazed. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Say you go and you get a big thing of onions. And you dehydrate a 5-pound bag of onion. But you only get a half a mason jar of onion powder. That's probably going to happen if you turn it into a powder. Don't say, man, I had all these onions and this is all it made. You got to understand how strong and potent that powder is. It's different from the onion powder in the store. that a lot of it has citric acid in it. I can't do citric acid stuff, and a lot of things have it in there, and you'll be surprised how much it gives you indigestion. Okay, you gotta understand, when you dehydrate stuff and turn it into a powder, it's gonna look like it's hardly nothing. That is so potent and strong. Okay, you only need a little bit. That's the benefit. You only need a little bit, because now you have taken probably about, say maybe about 10 onions, and you have dried all those down into a powder. You may have about this much powder. You got to understand, that's 10 whole onions that has been brought down. You only need a little bit. What that's going to do, it's going to stretch your food. That's if you do powders. Say you do cubes of onions and you don't turn it into a powder. Well, throw it in some soup or something. Throw it in whatever, rehydrated, stir-fried, whatever the case may be. The key is it's still dried. It's easy to carry with you. 2018 Hurricane Florence. We was on the mandatory evacuation. We left late because Walmart wouldn't let me off work. I was a cashier, middle of a hurricane coming. They didn't let us off work. Okay, they said if you leave, you fired, pretty much. So when I got home, I only had time to help Oronde finish packing, and we had to go. Lucky we did, because the only way to get to my house was underwater when the storm hit. They had to be in boats, so we couldn't get in or out. We was gone 7 days. One thing that I did do, I took my rice cooker and one of my crock pots. We went to Raleigh, North Carolina, which is 2.5 hours away from here. In a big gallon Ziploc bag, I had all types of my own seasons, my onion powders, my parsley, my garlic powder, everything that I had dehydrated, that and vacuum sealed in little vacuum sealed bags. So when I got there, and we took some food with us because we got a hotel that had a kitchen. But when I got there, we did go to a Walmart there and get like some extra meats and stuff like that. I got back into the hotel room, plugged up my crock pot, washed that meat and stuff, put that meat off in that pot, and I opened up my own onion powder, my own parsley, my own cilantro, my own dried celery, and used that. And we chilled for 7 days in that hotel room. We chilled, cooking our own food. So that's just another hint. You really don't even have to get a hotel that has a kitchen in it. Ours was like, it was just like very small. I'm not too big on going nowhere using no dishes that somebody done called themselves cleaned in a hotel room, because I already know they don't clean them anyway. They barely clean the hotel room. If it don't look like a spot or something on it, they leave it like that. I know that for a fact. So I'm not big. If I had to, I carry bleach with me. So I'll bleach some dishes and then, cook. But if I ain't got to do all that, and it's been stressful to try to get the kids together, get out and all that. My kids is now 19, 15, 16. 2018, they was much younger. Okay? Getting them out and getting the dogs out. Because in that time, I had Deuces and Summer. I had a little dog named Deuces. I had Deuces and Summer. So getting them out, having to get a hotel room that was dog friendly so we could have them there and the kids and all that, it was stressful. The last thing I needed to do was go there and have to worry about going to get food, eat out, and all that type of stuff. Took paper plates, spoons, and forks, crock pot, and rice cooker. All my seasoning and stuff, I didn't have to worry about taking that stuff. It was simply take the stuff that I had dehydrated, put it on a big Ziploc bag, and there it go. I didn't have to worry about, oh, this garlic powder has citric acid in it, I'm going to get sick. Oh, this onion powder is not completely natural, I'm going to get sick. I didn't have to worry about none of that because my stuff was already dehydrated. It went from being cut up, put on the dehydrator, dried, grinded. If I grind, I didn't grind everything. Some stuff I left as flakes. But if I left it as flakes, it went into a mason jar or a vacuum seal, a bag, and I vacuum sealed it, or it went from the dehydrator into a grinder. I had one of those Ninja neutral bullet things. It'll grind up. It went in there, it got grinded into a powder. Then it went into either a mason jar or either a food saver bag that I vacuum sealed. So those things right there, all those things will help you in an emergency situation. It saves time, money, and you know what you put in your body and what you're giving your kids. So they're not that expensive. Get a dehydrator. Get a dehydrator, okay? Get a dehydrator. Everything is not, you don't have to, I hear a lot of people say, oh, but I don't know how to can. Everybody go to canning. And I'm going to say this, and a lot of people probably not going to like me saying this, but I have been around canning and learned canning ever since a child, okay? And one thing I learned over, you know, like when I would do like all the jams and jelly, I love water bath canning. I do not like pressure canning. I'm one of them that is clumsy enough to blow my face off, okay? A lot of people be like, no, it's easy. I used to be scared like that. Listen, I know myself, and I'm not going to be persuaded to go and get something that I know I may forget, and I may not let the pressure out, or whatever the case may be, and that may be disastrous. So I like water bath canning. Now listen to this. I'm not going to tell nobody to do this. MGL is not telling you to do this, okay? But I'm going back my Mississippi roots. They was canning stuff without a pressure canner. Stuff that they say now you got to have a pressure canner for, that stuff was getting water bath canned, okay? It just takes longer. It takes longer. That's it. It takes longer. Green beans and stuff, they say don't do that pressure canning. I'm not telling you to do this. Do your research if you decide to do water bath canning. My water bath canner, I did jams, jellies, and pickled things. Now those things, the acid is high enough for you not to get botulism. Well, you can still get botulism if you don't do it right, but it's lower chance that you will if you do it right. You can do jams, pickle stuff, jellies, that type of stuff in a water bath canner. So I keep my water bath canner. I keep all my canning stuff because I may double back and I may can some stuff for y'all, okay? I may can some stuff for y'all. But at the same time, when you're using the canning method for foods, I don't care what nobody try to beef up and try to tell you. A true person that knows how to can is going to let you know. There's a lot not so healthy that has to be put into certain recipes, okay? Now, do they have low sodium, low sugar recipes? Yes, they do. Couple years ago, it got big on the low sugar, low. You do it the natural, original way, you're putting in a lot of sugar. You're putting in a lot of salt in that one jar of food when you're canning. And that right there, I used to can things for Oronde's command. People in his unit and stuff, I used to can a lot of jams, jelly, all type of preserves and stuff like that. It was sugary because that's what the recipe calls for, okay? So you know how sweet jams and jellies is when you go to the stores and stuff. Can it at home and follow those recipes. Now, like I say, there are low sugar, low salt recipes. I don't trust them because some years ago is when they came around. I go off of what the old people used to do, and they followed the recipes a certain way, and that stuff was you got you some biscuits and some fig jelly or jam or something like that. That stuff was sugary. Okay, that's just that I will follow that. So yes, you only need a little bit of it. But my thing is, if the power and stuff is out and I open a thing of jam, I don't want that to go to waste because I can't put it in the refrigerator. I may have to leave and leave the refrigerators here, just have my generators and whatever else. Another thing, I don't want to have to leave and worry about mason jars. That's glass. I don't want to worry about having to take mason jars with me. Dehydrated stuff, yeah. Now we can do that because it's dried, it's in plastic. If you vacuum seal it or put it in a Ziploc bag or whatever the case may be, it's easy to travel with it. What I look like with a backpack on, a bug out bag on, with jars clacking. No. I'm not finna do that. So there's a way to have, when you're prepping, you need to prep in different ways. If you want a canning is fun. It's nothing wrong with it, you know? Like I say, it's nothing wrong with it. But you gotta know what's good to can and what's not. Or if you can some things, dehydrate some things. And I like freezing things. But I have to look at now is, what if I have to leave my house and just have my generators? I'm not going to be able to take that stuff that's stocked up in the freezers and stuff. So now I need to make sure I have dry goods. And I think that is going to be, no, I know that may be one of the best ways to have stuff. It lasts, okay? If you go ahead and dehydrate a whole lot, it'll last. Turn some stuff in powders. Make it powders. Another reason why I like powders is easy to digest. Very easy to digest. It's already broken down. It's going to absorb in your body really quick because it's already broken down. So that's another reason. That's another reason why I like it. Let me see y'all messages real quick, and then I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. So let me just say this. Before I get to y'all messages. This is the upload for today, okay? Not a daily vlog. I will be doing over the next couple days 12 a.m. live streams in place of the daily vlog. The daily vlog will start back up this coming Sunday at 12 a.m. So 12 a.m. this coming Sunday is when you will go back to receiving the daily vlogs. I'm going to go over a couple things between now and Monday. And it's going to be a live stream at 12 a.m. That way, I still get something up for y'all, but to see it when you wake up. For those of you that's not in this live stream, you'll be able to see it when you wake up or whatnot. And there's reasons to why I'm doing this for as what's going on. Now I'm not going into what's going on for as the news part of it, because those of you that reached out to me and was like, MGL, you changed the name of your channel? Yes, I did. So because the kids are doing day channels or whatnot, I'm gonna let them focus on their stuff. So me and Kylie was supposed to do the mom and daughter channel where we do stuff. We do the food channel. It'll be over here in the vlogs. That way she can just focus on hers, on her main channel, okay? And so I put it over, so I'll do like a little bit of news on my other channel. My other channel, for those of you that may not have seen it, it's called Channel 601 News. Okay? Only my Mississippi people don't understand that channel name. I'll start posting over there tomorrow. All right? So 12 a.m. I'm gonna try to go ahead and schedule my live streams for each day up until Sunday, for the rest of this week. So you'll still get something from me 12 a.m. just be a live stream, something that we can sit down and talk to. And I may do this from time to time because I've really been putting up daily vlogs. Okay, so I may do this from time to time, and hopefully y'all can, if you have any questions or whatnot, if you come into the live stream, then I'll be able to answer them. But yeah, so we'll talk more about what's going on. I won't go deep into the news, but we'll talk over there because y'all know I cannot just do like straight news, mess with my anxiety, have me going crazy. So with me doing the vlogs over here, doing the live stream chit chat with y'all at 12 a.m. If I'm not putting up a vlog that day, that gives me time to where I can maybe put up videos about the news and not feel like that's all I do 24/7. I cannot do that. So being able to do this, that'll help me out a lot. So channel, if you see the name change, some of y'all have channel 601, that's still me. It's just channel 601 news, okay? Over on that channel. So from today to Sunday, 12 a.m. live stream in place of the daily vlog. They will start back up at 12 a.m. this coming Sunday, which let me see. I don't even know what date that is. Could somebody tell me hold on. What's Sunday's date? And I also put it in my community post, okay? So let me see y'all comments, see who in here, Galja. So the 27th is when I start back the daily vlogs, okay? July 27th, 2025. Gail Jones, hey. Rodriguez Perry, hey. B Shell, hey. Florida Up Late, hey y'all. Welcome. Brenda Smith. Yeah. I didn't receive a notification. I have a notification. I don't know, Brenda. They don't be wanting to push you, girl. They don't be wanting to push me. It probably because it wasn't a daily vlog. Algorithm could have been tripping. Mrs. Red, yeah, in the chat. Hey, honey bun. La Famille said tired, but had to slide through and say hello to my girl MGL. Hey, girl, get you some rest. I appreciate it though. I appreciate you coming in. I really do. I know it's late, y'all. Marcus Ferris, I didn't expect to see you back in here, but welcome. Sandra Bow, hey. Michelle said I noticed I'm subscribed to a lot of people. YouTube don't notify me. Everyone, even the ones I put the bell on. Wow, Bishop, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Lena, hey. Afro, hey. Channel 6. Name of the channel, type it please. It's my second channel. It was the channel that was the Amazing Grace Garden. I changed the name. It was supposed to be the food review channel, and I changed the name to channel 601 News. Let me see if I can put it in the chat for those of you that, a lot of you is on that channel. Let me get it. And I'm going to put it in the chat for y'all, okay? A lot of you probably already subscribed to it. I'm going to paste it in the chat real quick. Been nice if I had moderators. I don't be trusting nobody these days. So I got to do it myself. Y'all should see it in the chat. Okay, so a lot of you, if you click on it, you're going to realize it was the gardening over there and all that. I'm just changing it. And whenever I put news up, I just put it over there. And it will be all live screens. I am not vlogging for this channel and then having to turn around and do videos for that one. So all my news and things like that that I do over there will be a live screen, and then that way y'all can just see it when y'all see it or whatnot. I don't know why. Wait. Okay, hold on. It look like I'm blurry. Y'all didn't tell me I was blurry on here. Let me turn this Wi-Fi. All right. So there it go, y'all. I wish I had found you earlier. It's my bedtime. Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you. Well, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm about to get off of here myself. I can't find that channel by the name. I put the link in the chat. I came in late, so I don't know if you covered this. How do dehydrated? Oh, it's gonna be hard as a rock. Sandra, your food gonna be hard, honey. It's gonna be hard, okay? It's gonna be really, really hard. Let's do this. I got time, and then I'm gonna get off of here, okay? Come with me, because I need to stop this anyway. Let's do this real quick. I just took the top off of here. This is the okra. If y'all watching, that's what I said. If you're not watching the vlogs, you're gonna miss a lot, okay? This is the okra chips that I did. Let's see. That I dehydrated and I showed you. It's crumbly. It's dry. It's not pliable. There is no moisture whatsoever. That's how you know. That's how you know right there that it's dry. Like this, it's ready. It's ready. I'm just gonna put this back on it, and then when I come in here and turn it off, then I'll let it cool down before I put it back into, well, before I put it in a jar. I'm gonna put that in a jar. So that's a good example right there. I would have tasted one for you, but it is 1 a.m. here, and I don't want my reflux acting crazy. So no, I'm not finna eat no okra chips this late. Okay, I have a fit if I did. Okay, so but yeah, that's good example of how you know when it's ready. Okay. Let's see. Bishel. Okay, glad you got it. So y'all, I'm gonna get off of here. I know it's late. I say I think they said it's the 27th, but Sunday is when I start posting back the daily vlogs. If you have not watched them, go and look at the daily vlogs. You're looking for the thumbnail, that go down to the thumbnail that say daily vlog and starts at 3096. If you go there, let me just show you for those of you that may be new. Hold on, let me do this. I'm gonna show you on my page without showing too much. Let me see if it'll do it. Nope, it's showing too much of my personal stuff showing this way. But if you go down, if you look at my thumbnails, you're gonna see MGL and a number. They start at MGL 3096. It's gonna say daily vlog. Then you have MGL 3097, MGL 3098, MGL 3099, MGL 3100, and then it just keeps going. That's the order, because some of them are continuation vlogs. Are you okay? Something fell. But that's the order. So look at the thumbnail, get the MGL and the number, and then go in that order to stay in line. So that's how I have them going now. So Sunday, like I said, will be I will start back doing them daily at 12 a.m. uploading them. So yeah, we just gonna chat it up, talk about some important stuff like this for the rest of the week, okay? So 12 a.m. That way y'all will catch it when y'all get up for the ones that is sleep, okay? So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. After you dehydrate, do you store it in a plastic bag? You can. I prefer putting it in a vacuum seal bag and vacuum sealing it because it needs to be in an airtight container or a mason jar, okay, or some type of jar that's airtight. Let it cool down. If you're putting it in vacuum seal bags or Ziploc bags or whatever the case may be, let it cool down first, because if you put it in there and it's still kind of warm, it's gonna sweat. That's gonna add moisture, and then you risk getting mold in it. You have to keep your dehydrated food dry as possible, unless you are rehydrating it, okay? Then that's when you add it to liquid to bring it back to its form, okay? So yeah, so with that being said, thank y'all for coming in. I appreciate y'all, and I guess I'll see y'all if I pop up with a live stream tomorrow, well, later on today, because it's the next day. If not, I'll just see you at 12 a.m. tomorrow, okay? And then, like I say, Sunday we'll start back with the daily vlogs. Y'all take care. That's what I wanted to know. Gotcha, Sandra. Hey, Kalita Tate. Good night and God bless. Thank you so much, Mrs. Red. Thank you for sharing. Good night. Good night. Good night, everybody. Y'all stay safe, and I'll talk to you later if it's God's will. Mwah. Bye.